We're here today to see Margam officially opening the brand new biomass plant here at Margam. This is actually Wales's first commercial scale plant of its kind. It costs £33 million and it's going to be able to provide 31,000 homes with energy every single year. I'm here with David Williams, the Chief Executive of Eco2. David, tell us a little bit about the plant and why you're so excited to be opening it today.
The plant takes locally sourced timber from the Forestry Commission. We bring it on site and chip it here. It's then fed via a conveyor belt onto a grate which looks very much like a big grate like you would have at home. It burns on the grate to raise steam, and that steam produces electricity. It's a very simple process. The combustion gases then go through a very, very efficient cleanup system, and what we get given off is actually water vapour.
So in terms of sort of the economical boost for South Wales, I mean, how many jobs have been created? How much of a boost do you see this to the area? Well,
the great thing about biomass is it actually employs about 100 times more jobs than competing renewable technologies, and even a small project like this will employ about 30 jobs all told, 20 at the plant, 10 in the field. So of course it's a good economic boost. The other thing, of course, is that we pay all of the other things. We employ transport drivers and all of this sort of associated work with people that live near the project, of course.
And just finally, maybe it's inevitable with something developing at this scale that there is going to be some public backlash. What would you say to people in Port Talbot who maybe fear about air quality levels, pollution created by something of this scale?
Well, what we have in Port Talbot is a lot of industrial processes, and actually this is a very, very clean process. We actually have no contaminants being introduced in the first place. We're burning clean timber, and what gases are given off by burning clean timber are actually cleaned up. I can't speak for all of the other industrial processes within the area, but this is a green project and it is good for the environment. It'd be very difficult to start being sort of concerned with green projects and their environmental credentials.
I'm with the First Minister, Margam. Rodri, first of all, what do you make of this huge facility?
Well, I congratulate everybody that's been involved in funding it and in designing it and building it and operating it, and it seems to be going very well. It's not a huge power station, it's only 14 megawatts, although it is the biggest biomass power station in Wales, but I think they've done a remarkably good job in getting it to where it's had a 98% load factor. That means it's only run 100% design capacity. Well, it's only been out for 2% of that, so that's a remarkable record for a novel technology like this, and that's what will impress the investors who are here today, who might be thinking, should we be building more of these power stations across Wales?
How much of a benefit to the South Wales economy do you see with this development?
Well, my understanding is that you're probably talking about 40 jobs on site here, but you're probably talking about 100 jobs off site, because unlike wind power, it's quite labour intensive, really, biomass, because you've got to get the sawdust from somewhere, you've got to get the thinnings from the Forestry Commission plantations, you've got to get the clean waste wood from industrial processes and bring it here, chip it and put it into the boiler to create the steam, to create the power. So it's much more labour intensive than most green energy is. So you're probably talking about well over 100 jobs involved in today's development, and that's why I think they will be welcome throughout Wales, although there is nervousness about every new technology because we haven't had a biomass power station industry before.
I was going to come on to that. I mean, inevitably with something of this scale, maybe people in Port Talbot have maybe reacted sceptically. What would you say to people who are concerned about air quality levels and pollution levels on their doorstep?
Yes, well, look, having strong family connections with Port Talbot, I understand that sensitivity because the town is dominated by the steelworks. People are very conscious of the question of the pollution load on this town. So I understand that sensitivity. Obviously, it's up to the local authority to make sure the Environmental Health Department, namely that what goes up that stack you can see there, is actually clean. And if it isn't clean, that the complaint is made and an investigation is made and that the process is maintained at the design level. It is supposed to be clean. We've got to make sure it is.